Hello, baseball fans. Welcome to the Best of Brawl podcast. My name is Billy B. Today's game is game 68 of 162. Robbie Ray gets on the mound for the San Francisco Giants, and he'll take on Kyle Freelander from the Colorado Rockies. Freelander's 1-8 with an ERA of 5.19, and Robbie Ray is sporting a record of 8 wins, 1 loss, and an ERA of 2.44. The Giants win today for the seventh time in a row. Absolutely phenomenal. And it was another epic game, just like last night's game was. The Giants end up scoring 7 runs in the last 2 innings, 4 in the eighth and 3 in the ninth inning, to end up coming from behind to win the game. And it was pure torture, pure torture. So things started off in the second inning or the first inning with Willie Adames getting a home run, which was spectacular. And then in the third inning, Adames scores a run on a sac fly. So the Giants are doing pretty good, up 3-0, and then the bottom of the third occurred, and it was a pretty bizarre inning. The first baseman and Narcinian uh, dropped a ball that was thrown to him that caused Robbie Ray to take on some runs that he really didn't deserve to get tagged to him. So this guy looks so horrible at first base. It was pathetic. He has, I don't know. I know Melvin's trying to get him some at bats, but he can play the outfield much better than first. Whew. So anyway, where were we? So the Giants are now down 4-3, and then it gets a little worse in the sixth inning. So the Giants are down like 6-3, and it's looking bleak. Really, they're kind of looking like they're going to fall apart. And then the eighth inning, we get to the eighth inning, and things start looking a little bit better at the top of the eighth. So Casey Schmidt takes a walk that was just a phenomenal at bat. I think he saw maybe 8 or 9 pitches, but the bases were loaded, and that's what got everything started. So then the next batter's up is Yastrzemski, and he doubles. So the score is now 6-6, and then there was an overturned tag play at home. Schmidt makes this amazing run from third to home, which he was called out, and then it takes a long time in review, and it ends up being he was safe, and so then the Giants were up 7-6, and then in the top of the ninth, Wilmer Flores, I'm sorry, was out on a sacrifice fly, which scored Hung Yo Lee. And then old Casey Schmidt, he singles a ball to left, and the Giants go up 9-6. And then Yaz comes up and gets another single, and the Giants tack on the 10th run. So it was quite the productive game for the Giants. Robbie Ray, though, he kind of struggled a little bit. He went 4 innings, had 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 which were earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and his ERA ends up at 2.56. He in those 4 innings he faced 21 batters. He threw 93 pitches, 64 strikes, and that's a 65% strike rate. His WHIP ends up being 2.0, which is a little high. He had a fairly good array of pitches that he threw. Mostly went with a 4-seam fastball. He tossed 54 of those, and then he mixed it up with changes, knuckle curves, and sliders. He threw 12 changes and 12 knuckle curves and 16 sliders. So all in all, it wasn't really that bad. The two unearned runs was that error by at first base, which was really crazy. And then Beck came in and he didn't fare too well. He gave up 2 runs. And then Duvall, boy, he was torturous. He had to face 6 batters, and it took him 26 batters. He faced 6 batters. He threw 26 pitches, and only 12 were strikes for 46%, which was deplorable. So I think he was tired from the night before. He had thrown too many pitches. He looked fatigued, but they kept him out there. The stars of the game for sure are Willie Adames and Casey Schmidt. Willie was he was 3 for 4, and Casey was 2 for 4. Both drove in, or Casey drove in 2 runs. Willie drove in 3. So it was good to see those guys performing well. The Giants struck out 7 times and walked 6, so that kind of works out on the good side of things. 2 out RBIs, Yaz and Schmidt. And so some situational problems. Runners left in scoring position, and Carcion did it, and Fitzgerald did it. Fitzgerald had a sacrifice fly. Then Encarnacion grounded into double play, and the Giants were 4 for 10 with runners in scoring position, and they left 7 on base. So if you get 11 people across, 10 people across, you got to be getting some situational hitting done, which they did, which was great to see. So tomorrow we're going to try to make it 8 in a row and see if we can have another exciting game. Thanks for listening. Go Giants.